Precious. Say it again. Say hello. No? Hi guys. So, first of all, I want to apologize for the horrible quality on my first video. I was using my old digital camera and I didn't realize how freaking bad it was. So instead, I'm using my phone. Let's get it to focus. There we go. Which has a way better camera. So hopefully this will work. I will try not to drop the phone because I'm a bit of a klutz. Anyway, I just wanted to show you the rest of my witchy space. As you can see on the left there, I have a console table, the one with the blue tablecloth on it. That's just where I keep my stuff to charge, like my Kindles. I have 2 of them, my phone, my laptop, which is also a tablet. It breaks into a tablet. That's the purple case there. And let me come around and get a better look at it. And I have, you know, just like a little lamp, a couple of 7-day candles, which are sooty as hell. I should probably just toss them out, but I'm thinking about painting the outside of them and doing something to hide the ugly sootiness. So, I have a little fan here because I get hot a lot. In fact, it's warm right now because it's like 70 degrees finally here. It's been so cold. Up here, I have some hooks where I keep my jewelry, necklaces, obviously mostly. I showed you my sodalite and amethyst points in the earlier video. Crappy lighting, there we go. And I also have, this is a little mojo pouch that a friend of mine made for me. There's some stones in there, a little, like a fortune from a fortune cookie that kind of resonated with me. I know it seems silly to keep, but I just really like it. So there's that. Just some other necklaces. As you can see, I like pink and purple. Everything's kind of pink and purple. Pink and purple, purple. It's kind of my thing. So, I already showed you the altar and all that. And this is my bookcase. Excuse me, Soft. Can I sit down? Thank you. Thank you. This is my bookshelf. I already showed you the little jars. And on the bottom are some extra candles, empty boxes. I have some fabric left over from the altar cloth, from the cloth, the tablecloth on the console table, and also from covering my Book of Shadows. If I can show you. This was originally a very large 600-page sketchbook, just like an artist's sketchbook. I got it on Amazon. It was just black covered, boring, kind of ugly. And I've begun the process of turning it into my Book of Shadows. It's not done yet. I've covered it in this very pretty fabric that I liked. It looks almost water stained, which is kind of like a vintagey kind of look that I'm going for with the pages as well. You can sort of see I'm antiquing the pages. I'm not nearly done. It's a huge, huge book. I have also put a lock on it and these little corner protectors down here. And I have it on this iron sort of tripod display thing for right now because it's just way too big to go on my altar. What I'm going to do a whole nother video on that and the process of making it and finishing it, which will take me some time. It's going to be a while. It's a process. I've already showed you these pages that I'm going to put in there. This is what I call, hold on. This is what I call my workbook of shadows. I got the idea for a workbook of shadows from the YouTube channel Romany's Realm. She's really big into journals. She's also a pagan. And I liked the idea of having sort of an informal book of shadows in addition to the formal tome, you know? So I took this moleskin. I can never remember how to pronounce it. If you guys want to correct me in the comments, feel free, because I don't know if it's moleskin, Moleskine. There's an E at the end, so I don't know. Moleskine, I think. It's just a little Moleskine notebook. And I've turned it into what I do. Let me cover my address, which is in there. See, it's just a little workbook of shadows. I've sort of decorated it, put some sigils and some runes to protect it. What I basically do is I work everything out in the workbook of shadows, get it perfect, the rituals, spells, how I want things to be written out before I put it in the actual giant, unable to be changed book of shadows. So things like calling the quarters, herb meanings and correspondences, what they're good for, what they're used for, essential oils, all other correspondence, tons of other correspondences, you know, days of the week, house plants and flowers, colors, all that goodies in there, stuff about my personal path. You know, everything gets worked out in here before it moves to here. And because this is not something I can change, I can't, it's not, if you can see, it's not post-bound, it's not a 3-ring binder, it is a hardbound book, and once it's in there for good. So it's got to be, I want to make as few mistakes as possible, basically. So that's what I'm doing. And then I have over here, these are colored Sharpie fine point pens in all different colors. These are specifically for use in my journals. I have a workbook of shadows. I have my inventory book I told you about, and this is my book of mirrors, which is all for magical notes, dream, sort of a little, also a dream journal, post-ritual commentary, whatnot. Did a spell results, stuff like that go in there. And just any little magical things that I want to record go in the, what I'm calling this, the Book of Mirrors. So those pens are only ever used for that. And also for writing in the Book of Shadows, although I haven't written in the big Book of Shadows yet. I'm perfecting everything first. And I'm going to finish aging the pages first. So there's that. Then I have my shelf with books, and if you can see in the corner there is an oracle card set. I don't really use tarots or oracle cards. I find them extremely beautiful though, and I've hung a few up here above my shelf. There's a bit of meaning to it. The Temple Path, the Goddess of the Moon, and Door to Personal Healing and Happiness cards. Basically, it's a progression. The path plus the goddess equals personal healing and happiness. So, that's why they're there. But I kept the other ones just in case I ever find a use for the art. It's beautiful. Then I also have like the little encyclopedia sort of books. The magical herbs, crystals, gems, and metals, oils, incense, and brews. And then I have my almanacs. I have the magical almanacs. I have Sabbath almanacs. I keep the old ones. They're full of information that I might end up using. And also they have beautiful art that I can put in my Book of Shadows. So I keep them. And then I told you about the jars. I told you about my extra candles and blah, blah, blah. So that's pretty much... Oh, the silver box is full of oils, my essential oils. Some of them are blends that are from BPAL. I also have some red ginger oil in there, which is my favorite oil ever. It's very different than regular ginger oil, so if you ever get a chance to get some red ginger oil, I highly recommend it. And then I also got in the mail today from Isis Books in California, which is basically the only place other than BPAL that I buy essential oils from. I got a delivery of some drams of different oils. There's some neruli, jasmine, sweet orange, what else? chamomile and patchouli. So those will go in that little silver box over here to keep them in the dark and keep them fresh as long as possible. So that's pretty much it for the rest of my magical space. If you have any requests for videos, any questions, I'm planning already, as I said, a video specifically on the Book of Shadows because I know people are interested in that and how to make it your own. Because frankly, books that big and that Book of Shadows that big and that size, custom, can run you into the hundreds of dollars. Mine is going to cost me roughly about $50 to make myself. So I will tell you all how to do that and exactly the process in a whole nother video, maybe a series of videos. So I've been taking pictures as the process goes along, and I will be able to add those to videos. Also, I'm planning on doing a video about my own personal sort of past belief system. I know people are always curious, are you a Wiccan? Are you a witch? Are you a this? Are you a that? And I'll get into all that. I will say I'm not a Wiccan, but I started out that way. It's a whole nother video. Never mind. I will just address that in a whole nother video. So for now, this is it. Thank you all for watching. Please do subscribe. I know it's a new channel and I don't have a lot of content yet, but there will be. I promise. And it'll be good. It'll be fun. I plan on also doing a video on the making of wands because I think I'm going to maybe make a few and set up an Etsy shop and see if people like them. So if you're interested in learning how to do it or maybe having me do one for you, stay tuned, subscribe. So yeah, feel free to message me with any questions or comments. Leave comments below. And thank you. So from me, I'm Precious. Say bye. No, she never wants to say goodbye.